welcome to the Gunman Insta Live. This is a platform for exceptional fighters like yourself to come on and share your journey with the fight fans. Now, you have got a very exciting fight coming up. It is fight week, baby. You are fighting on June the 1st. And anyone who does not know this man, this is Seb Hallett. He is a popular Brighton badman, a rangy, fleet-footed pugilist, former regional, national, lightweight Quest boxing champion and former British challenger. And he's out to reclaim his belts and reclaim his throne. This is Seb Hallett, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Sorry about the hair. I need to get a haircut. I thought it looked garbage.
Saving the fight trim, are you?
yeah, you know how it is.
Yeah. So, listen, you've been with anyone. You will fight anyone. Can you tell us some of the guys you've been in with? I mean, I know you've been in with Dexter Horton, Triple M a couple of times, Horton a couple of times, Joey Knight. God, the list goes on. You don't take easy fights, do you?
No, not at all, man. I think I've just always been up for a challenge. I probably started a lot of my career taking a lot of sort of 60-40 fights where I sort of just rolled the dice. So before I knew it, I sort of was fighting likes of sort of Joey, your Darryls, your Dexters and things. And then Triple M. I've boxed anyone because I just love boxing, man.
Yeah.
I know that on my night I can sort of beat all these boys, but sometimes it don't go my way, and I feel like that's the excitement of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, your record's slightly mixed, but that doesn't show how good a fighter you are, I suppose. But the fact is that you're going in with, you're going in hard fights.
Yeah, mate. I think they're like a lot of the lads on the circuit. I mean, they're all mustard, man. But a lot of the lads on the circuit might sort of have like a bit of a comfortable couple of fights to get going. But I've sort of always just thrown caution to the wind from day one, and I sort of kind of pride myself in that. Really, I'll box anyone like within reason, and sort of let's just roll the dice.
Yeah. I mean, who's the hardest fight you've had?
The hardest fight I've had. Bro, I actually boxed on a show like in 2019. It wasn't a Quest or a Queensbury show, and I boxed this kiddie in Brighton, and he did beat me. And I remember it was supposed to be a title fight. Yeah, it was like an unlicensed show. It was supposed to be it was actually a funny story. It was supposed to be a 5-round title fight, and I felt mustard in the gym. And on the night, I get to the show, and it said I was boxing for 3 rounds. So I looked at my trainer at the time, who was before I was with Arth, and I remember thinking, like, I thought I was boxing 5. Like, I'm fit, and I'm like, more the better for me. And he was like, yeah, I think it's a bit of a typo. So he went over and spoke to the promoter, and like, oh no, it's a bit of a typo. Like, you're boxing 5 rounds. I was like, yeah, cool. Bro, he's hit me in the first round. And I've literally hugged him, and I've almost looked to my corner as if to be like, can we change this shit back to 3 rounds? But I boxed well, but they beat me on a split. And I remember that kid, is his name James? I can't remember his surname, man, but I remember he caught me with a few shots. I thought, I think I've boxed you a little bit early in my journey, and I just felt like he was just a bit bigger and stronger than me. I'd probably say him.
Yeah, he's your hardest fight.
I think that, if I boxed him now, no, but at the time it was.
Yeah,
so like, it doesn't mean he was the best. It just means at that time in my development, he probably was. It was the hardest bout because of that. That's probably what I'd say. But a lot of the lads I've boxed since would beat him, and I feel like I'd beat him now. But like, it was just where I was at that time in the journey. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. People jumping into the live, feel free to ask some questions to the main man, Mr. Hallett. Ask some questions. Follow this brother. Follow the gunman. Follow Hallett. Support each other's journeys. Would you say that brother is the hardest hitter? The guy that you're talking about? Would you say he was the hardest hitter you've been in with?
No, I wouldn't say it's the biggest puncher. I think Dexter's the biggest puncher, but I think the surprise element of that lad in particular, I can't remember his surname. I remember thinking it surprised me a bit. Yeah. Whereas like when you box someone like Dexter, he does punch pretty fucking hard, to be honest, and it's pretty sold as seen. Do you know what I mean? So when he hits you, it doesn't
Was
really
it freakish? Was it freakish power that, or
what the Dexter
yeah,
has, or no? I don't think
like
it's like
one
freakish.
punch power, or is it a combination of him pecking you away?
Nah, it's definitely not the combination of him pecking away. Like it's kind of like, I think because he's quite tall, quite long, quite wiry. He sort of, when you catches him at the end of the shots, he puts everything to everything into each shot. I think he just, like some kids can just crack, man. Like he's not like monster power, but he can definitely punch. Don't feel ideal.
Would you say that he hurt you the most out of all the fights that you've had?
Not even, bruv. Funnily enough, like he's a big puncher and a lovely lad as well, mate. Like huge respect. He's beating me. Do you know what I mean? But he didn't. I wasn't once hurt in the fight with Dexter at all. No. Nah. But that's not to say he can't. It's just like the knockdown he got was quite a flash knockdown. A good knockdown. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't take that away from him, but it wasn't. I don't think you've seen me like stumble up, like trying to figure out where I was, type of thing.
Yeah. That absolutely makes sense. Yeah, you've been in with some absolute operators. How was it fighting Joey Knight? He's now gone on to Misfits. He was 10-0 in Quest, I believe, and he's now in Misfits, coining it in.
Yeah,
How was it fighting him? He looked slippery.
Yeah, mate, Joey's sick, man. Like Joey's one of my. I'm a bit biased. Like he's one of my probably one of my best mates now since I boxed him. It's weird. Like he was the first person to beat me ever, but he since then we just hit it off, and I think I was probably again it was actually his second or third fight, if I'm not wrong. He'd correct me if I'm wrong, but it was my first ever Queensbury fight myself, and I think that I just got a bit caught up in the whole event, and in hindsight, I was a bit wet behind the ears, and I probably it was an uphill battle even before we got in the ring. Like I just don't feel I was quite ready for it at that time, to be honest, mate.
He's a slick operator. He's really kicked on. And mate, he's too good for Misfits, isn't he?
Oh, mate, he beats everybody at Misfits every day of the week.
Yeah, I think so. I think
mate,
to get on there, he's going to clean up.
Oh, clean up.
What do you think about influencer boxing? Like the fact that guys with blue ticks and following are getting big opportunities to fight. I mean, we're seeing shows, even these small hall shows now, leading with main events with guys that can't fight.
You know what? Like a bit of an unpopular opinion. I don't really mind it, mate. Like at the end of the day, people want to watch what they want to watch. Like I've had a load of fights, and in my opinion, I'm better than all of them. But like, it's bums on seats, and if them man and those women have got an audience that want to watch it, who am I to turn around and say that they aren't allowed to do that just because I boxed first? So it's a bit frustrating to see like the lads I'm in there with, and maybe some amateur boys I know that aren't quite getting the looks. But it is a bit of entertainment. Do you know what I mean? And if people want to watch it, I don't like. I can't. Who am I to speak on what other people want to watch? Like, I think I showed the other day that Elle Brooke boxed someone or something.
Yeah.
Like she obviously sold a bunch of tickets probably, but she's training hard, and she has no less of a right to box a main event than someone like a me or Joey.
Yeah.
So it's just people want to watch it.
Yeah.
So I don't really care about it. As long as it's a 50-50 fight. What I do hate is like the Jake Pauls and the stuff that's like not 50-50.
Yeah.
Like if there's a 50-50 bad level fight or a 50-50 good level fight, is an element of excitement. But when it's like this, I want to box someone who's like used to be good, but they're hella old now. I don't really like all that stuff.
How do you feel about Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson then?
Man, that's horrible. That's just heartbreaking to see, man. That's just horrible.
Yeah, the romantic wants Tyson to roll back the clock and knock him out with one shot. But the realist says, like, hold on, he's 60 years old and he was getting beaten by Brian McBride 20, 30 years ago or whatever.
Mate, the Tyson we know was young as well. Like, all those old footage of Tyson, I'm sure he was like early 20s. And it would be like asking Usain Bolt to go and beat 958 on the 100 meters at 60. Like, he once did it, but this human is now like in his 60s, abused drugs. It's not like, and if Jake wants to beat Tyson that bad to do that, I just feel like that's just wild to me. But Taylor Serrano on the undercard, chief main event, Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, that's the fight you want to watch. And then
that's a good fight.
Then you just want to get the remote and just turn that shit off.
The thing is, we'll all be watching the Tyson fight because we're fans.
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I like to say I wouldn't, but I'll
it's on Netflix for God's sake. You'll be watching it. So let's talk about Sean Pitchford, who's your next opponent. Sean Pitchford. What do you know about this brother?
I know that he's been in there with quite a lot of similar opponents, really. I think he's been in there with Dexter. He's been in there with Daryl Goddard, if I'm not wrong. A lad called Mohamed Yakubi, another sort of ex-Queensbury guy. He's been in there with quite a lot of lads. I actually thought that he was a weight above me. So I was initially supposed to box someone else. They pulled out. Then it was somebody else, and then this guy came on the sort of the suggestion or whatever, and I was just like, yeah, man, like I'm fit, I'm in the gym, I'm ready to go. Like, please, we just get hooked up with somebody, like, and it all got pretty accepted pretty quickly between, like, I think Mark, Arthur, all my training coach and team. So I just know the personnel he's been in with, and it's very much the champ.
I've just thought I'd invite your coach in. To surprise you.
Fair enough.
Fair enough, man. You know, all right?
I'm good. We're good.
How are the sprints today off?
It's good, man. You know, I love the work. I'm not on your level. I'm never gonna be there, but I'm trying. You know,
He's
every
too modest, mate. He's too modest.
A guy at this
we were just talking about the opponent, Pitchford, Sean Pitchford. He's been in with a few guys. I don't know too much about this dude. He's not on it. I've not seen much of him on social. I've never seen him fight, if I'm honest. What do you know about him, Arth?
I'm the worst guy. Seb will tell you I'm the worst. As soon as I get footage sent over, I just tell Seb I've watched it, but I haven't even watched it. Just like Seb said in the beginning, I think Seb beats everyone. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened before he was with me or whatnot, but with the training we're doing and the sparring that we're getting and the stuff we're doing in the gym, like, even though he's lost to Dexter, he had everything in there to beat him. I think just sometimes on the night, the way the styles clash, you know what I mean? So to me, whoever this guy's boxed before, or however he boxes or whatever he does, it doesn't really mean much to me. I think Seb beats him. You know what I mean?
As a coach, do you prefer not to watch the opponents then?
Yeah, I'm not really bothered.
You never research the opponents?
The reason why I don't do it, I remember there was a fight I had myself, and the guy was on the back foot a lot, and we prepared to, like, walk him down, cut the ring off, and then on the night he came forward a lot, and he was doing a lot of in and out stuff, and it threw me off on the first round, and I had to basically regroup, and lucky I managed to stop him at the end. But since then, you know what I mean, if I train Seb to do everything, cut the ring off, box well, move his feet, throw good shots, combinations, if he does everything well, it shouldn't really matter what's in front of him. All I want to know is whether the guy's orthodox or whether he's southpaw. That to me is what becomes a big difference. But apart from that, as long as he's doing everything he should be doing, and then he goes out and does it on the night, so what if the guy can punch or comes forward, or doesn't really matter?
Yeah, I mean, I spoke with Duke McKenzie, and he has the same theory. He's like, you can also build your opponents into a monster in your mind. Like, you go, oh, bloody hell, look at that knockout, or, oh, he's really good at this body punch, and you can start actually building a lot of negative thoughts, he says. And he's a 3-time world champ in 3 different weight divisions, and he never watched opponents. He always said, look, I don't build the guy up. I just prepare myself, look after myself, and that worked for him, you know. So there's no real theory on it. I mean, I've never seen this Pitchford, but you know,
Arthur and Mark are very similar. I think they like to just hone in on whatever skill set that they believe I have and try and make me across the board, like, build my toolbox, and then hopefully on the night it's more than enough. So and that's what I like as well, to be honest with you, mate.
As long as Seb ain't making any mistakes, there shouldn't be any flaws for this guy to capitalize on. You know what I mean? So,
Seb, do you need to lay this guy out like a picnic blanket to really make a statement for the rest of the division.
So where do you find these? Where do you find these expressions at?
Do you know I do commentary? You know that I commentate for multiple shows, and it just rolls off the bat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, look, I'll be honest with you. Obviously, coming off the decks of loss, it's been 6 months out. I need to win. I need to win well. But at this point, it's a win by any means necessary.
Yeah.
And laying someone out like a picnic blanket, that would be cool. But that is not.
That would be nice if you just just unravelled him, stretched him out like a limousine. Good night, mate. I'm bouncing. You know what I mean? Just grab.
We will. I think he will lay him out. I love how Seb's always optimistic. He's always like, yeah. But the way he's been punching in the gym and the way his feet are moving at the moment, yeah, I see the guy being laid out. So yeah.
King AJ, I want to talk about your man's weight. Now, I'm always astounded. I think this guy's cheating the scales. You know what I mean? I'm thinking, how the hell is this guy making lightweight? And I'm sure last time I saw him, he told me he can get lighter. And I was like,
I was looking at
you're lying. You're lying.
Nah.
Whatever diet you're on, I need to get on that diet.
I think if he pushes it, he'll definitely make super feather. But yeah, he's making lightweight.
I mean, he's massive.
Really hard, man. I think the main thing with him, and the main thing I used to do is the road work. He's running a couple times a week, and when he runs, like, it's not no normal 5K. You're doing 5Ks in like 15 minutes, 16 minutes. So I think moving like that, the weight's gonna come off. You know what I mean? Shredded. So.
But how tall are you, Seb? I think you're like my height. What are you like, 5'10"?
Hopefully 5'11".
5'11".
5'11". 5'11" and some change.
5'11" and some change, and you're boxing at lightweight. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like you always got their reach, and you've always got the height on these brothers.
He's big and strong for the weight, man. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. How much have you changed his style since he's been with you? I mean, he's definitely punching harder. That's clear to see. We can see he's flooring people now. But what else would you say?
Seb was doing like a lot of the amateur stuff on his toes, in and out. So all it was just getting him to sit down and just to trust his power. We worked on like some technique stuff, and I think once he started, he's always had power. The first day I held pads for him, I knew he could punch. He just didn't punch. That was the big difference. So once he started realizing he had power, it was easy for him to go in there and knock guys out. Because then now I can say, okay, cool, sit down on this shot when you're on the inside, let this off, and you should knock him out. And then start going out there and doing stuff like that. So I think it was just Seb had all the ability before I came along. It was basically just letting him know, look, you can do this. You're good at this. This is good. This is a tool that you've got that you're not using. And I think once he realized what the arsenal that he had in front of him, you know,
is he a good listener?
Very good listener. Yeah, very good listener. he's had some days in camp where he's like, you know what I mean? But as far as like letting him know something, like, yeah, he just takes on board, like, and just does, you know what I mean? Sometimes I think the way I maybe try and put it across is just the old school way of training, like, come on, So we've kind of helped each other grow as people, because nowadays I'm not on the old school shouting and whatnot in the gym. It's more cool. We've got to do this and more explaining, blah, blah, blah. So we've come a long way now. Like, as far as, obviously, I'm used to the boys are Croydon and amateur guys. And I think they've just taught me, like, you don't have to do that to get your point across. So, yeah, apart from that, now we're in.
We learn on the job as well. Like, we've obviously, I had a bunch of fights before joining up with Arthur and obviously Mark. So, like, it's sort of each fight you take things and take sort of different approaches as well. So the more time we spend together in that sense helps helps sort of the performance each and every time.
Yeah, makes sense. For people that are in this live that haven't seen you fight, how would you describe your style, Seb?
Mate, to be fair, I feel like I'm a bit of a mixed bag of everything. I feel my feet are great. I feel like I'm fit, and I do think that when I sit down on my shots and I time it well, I am strong. But it's just trying to piece it all together for one fight. Sometimes you'll have a fight like the last one where my feet were great and my movement was great, and then you might have a fight again when I boxed like a Stephen Donnelly where we didn't move my feet as much, but I ended up stopping him because I sat down on my shots more. So it's all about, I think I've got a bit of everything, but it's trying to get it all at the right time.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So what can the fans expect on Saturday night in Chichester? What are we expecting to see? What can you promise us?
A big performance, Hallett back on the win trail, and the rest is between me and off.
Yeah, where are you going after that? Who do you want? Who's on the hit list in 2024?
Ah, mate, I'm just, Saturday night is blinkers on for Saturday night. We'll worry about the rest Sunday morning, but Saturday night I need to go in there, look good, and I just need a big win. I don't want to be talking about anything beyond that.
Yeah, King AJ, where do you want to see your man? He's not answering my question. He's answering it correctly.
I don't know.
Where do you want to see your man by the end of the year? What do you want to see him? What's a good year for you, for him?
I just always want to have him up in the glory. You know what I mean? I think it's good right now, coming off the fight with Dexter. And there's a lot of people that are not really about right now. So I think it's more end of the year. A lot of these fighters will be back. So this is what kind of had us put with this opponent. And it's good because he's been in with a lot of main guys. It's not like we're just jumping in with anyone. But yeah, man, I don't know. Seb's looking to go down to super feather. There's so many options. It's mainly whatever Alan kind of says is there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
now, he won the regional, he won the national lightweight title, and he went for the British title and fell short. I feel there's a hunger for him.
Talking about that.
I feel there's a hunger for you to try and go back and reclaim them all. Is that what your main goal is, Seb, or is that move down to do something different still in your mind?
When I first approached Arthur, he'll say this as well. Like, my only goal, like years ago when I met him, I was like, I want to win a Queensbury, Quest, whatever you call it, title. That is what I'm desperate to do.
Yeah.
So got 2 in the bag, and to be main eventing on Saturday, I'm absolutely like buzzing. Yeah. But yeah, look, I've been in there at the British level and lost on a decision. So it's something that I would love to revenge. But look, listen, Saturday night is what I need to get out of the way first, and then I'll let Arthur and Mark figure out the plan from there.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
I'm going to try and get Mikey Roll in. Here he is. He's also now. I've got the co-main event. I thought I'd get the co-main event. That was immaculate timing, by the way. Immaculate timing. Now this guy, this is for anyone who does not know this guy. He is the co-main event. He's actually fighting a guy called Kyrese Griffiths, who Seb's already beaten, I believe.
Yeah.
And this is Mikey the Line Rollison.
AKA Sticky Mickey.
Welcome to the Gunman Instalive. It's good to be able to see you this time. Yeah. Got Wi-Fi.
Yeah, well, I sorted out the you know what, I was going to do it in the flat, and then Callum, I've been in the flat all day, just on the socials all day, just trying to get all sorts of bits and bobs off the ground. Started an OnlyFans, you know what I mean? And then Callum wanted to get out. He's been working. Like, I'm just like, yeah, I'll come out. I'll have one. Do you know what I mean? And we go and get some food.
You will never feel so boring in life until you speak to Mikey. I'll spar this kid. I leave the gym and I'm like, my life is like, what the?
Yeah, I'm spinning a lot of plates. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, let's just quickly talk about Mikey's opponent. So Mikey's fighting. Is it Kyrese Griffiths? Who Seb's you've already beaten this guy, haven't you?
Yeah, I boxed him a couple of years ago. Yeah.
What advice would you give to Mikey on this guy?
Advice the other day. You don't know who's on these streams nowadays. You don't know who's on.
He did. He did.
I've got to ask these questions. Come on. What would you? Okay, what hints would you give him?
I just think the best version of Mikey beats the best version of Kyrese, and I really do rate Kyrese. A really lovely lad as well, but I feel like it's going to be a really good clash of styles. I think Kyrese, from memory, is quite difficult to sort of land clean on. He's got good head movement, moves his head quite a lot, and he sort of. I think that Mikey. I don't want to say too much, but I think what Mikey did against Ben, if he does that, he'll win.
Yeah, you think that's going to be enough? Now
me, me,
listen,
and, me, and- me,
YouTube's.
and, me and Seb go way back. We were sparring Sunday.
Yeah, I was just gonna
We've had a
say
few
YouTube
spars.
sparred recently.
Yeah.
How did that go?
Mate.
Who's answering
Yeah.
that?
Well, mate, Seb, I tell you what, mate, he's he's got some good shots. He's got some good body shots. You know what I mean? Like I felt Seb's power there. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Well, I was with
certainly
you the night
certainly one to
before that
watch.
spar. I was with you the night before that spar, if you remember rightly.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, we've done it.
in the car.
No, we done one this Sunday, just gone.
A couple of Sundays
Yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we were
Fine.
up at
Fine.
we were up at the Epsom show. Got our kicked off, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. We was at the Heels versus Dennis fight, wasn't it?
That's it. Yeah, drinks in the ring.
Oh, me and
Yeah. Yeah.
we go to that, but we ended up getting there. Mad stuff happened. I couldn't make it that night, but yeah. Oh, you didn't get to that fight, did you?
Yeah.
No, God
I
no.
went down there, but I had to leave early.
Oh,
Yeah, this man sorted me out. Thank you. Big up, Mr. Arthur James.
I don't even know why. I don't even know why I'm sorting gun man now. I think he just likes to just see me at these places, but he's VIP as it is. You know what I mean? He just strolls into these places. I know you just
That's
like
it.
off. Come, let me see you down there.
Rightly so. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that, mate. I'm still at the back stretching to see. I'm gonna have to do a few more interviews before I get ringside.
Yeah, speak to Big Al.
Yeah, yeah. He used to get me touching there. In fairness, he always hosts me nicely, and he let me go backstage and interview a few of the fighters, which is what I really like doing anyway.
yeah.
But I'm glad I wasn't too close. Didn't get a bottle in the head.
It's a Brighton takeover in Chichester on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Brighton takeover.
Is there a few other fighters from Brighton going to be there as well on the show?
Pass.
Yeah, yeah. James has got a few in there. My coach. Yeah. I can't remember who. I think Gad's is going. Yeah, there's a few of us. I've just been like,
Mickey Roll, I'm your biggest fan. How much did you pay that guy to say that?
Yeah.
this. Yes, Big Arch. Yeah.
What do you know about your opponent then? Have you watched him then, Mikey?
Oh, it's Liam's there as well. Yeah, Liam was a good kid. Like fucking, he's boxing for Maurice, I think, still. But like, he's just doing his thing at the moment. But I rate Liam Sawyers. I've sparred him. He's good, strong kid.
What do you know about your opponent? Have you watched much of this guy, or you just transferring notes?
Just what Seb said. Do you know what I mean? But it's one of them things. Like, you box amateur. I boxed amateur for 8 years. You're just running around the gym, and your coach is like, "Oh, you've got your fight next Saturday." You're like, "All right, sweet. Who is it?" And he's like, "Oh, some guy called." He's like, "Don't matter, does it?" And I'm like, "No, I suppose not." And he just
you're hotting Seb. You're hotting Seb up.
People are like, yeah, but I'm just, there's not always that information out there. Like, we're lucky these days. We've got footage to see. But you box as an amateur, you ain't got a clue until you see that. You might see the person, you might not when you weigh in. It's just you just deal with it at the time.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
We deal with Kyrie at the time. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. No, that's good to see. I was just saying you're hotting Seb up. You know what I mean? He's looking like a snitch right now.
No. I said nothing.
Seb, if he wants to keep his cards close to his chest and let his hands do the talking, then fair play to him.
He's gonna have half of Chichester after him on Saturday night when he gets out of that ring.
They'll have to get through me first.
Yeah. Well, you better make sure you knock him out, so then he's not after you guys. King AJ, just a quick one then. So give us a prediction then, just final thoughts. Give us a prediction on Seb's fight. You've seen him training. You've seen his preparations. Give us a prediction.
Knockout round 2.
Ooh, right, mate. I'm going to be remortgaging, and I'm going to be lumping on that.
Lump on it. I'll be amazed if it gets past 1. So we'll just say to
yeah.
I'm a little bit.
Let's go.
Knockout round 2.
Quick finish. And quick prediction from you, Mikey, and then I'm going to just do some quick fire questions before we go. A bit of fun. What's your prediction?
Prediction for Seb?
No, for your fight.
Oh, mate, what do you think? Come on, stupid question, isn't it?
Nah. You might say, "Oh, I might just play with him like a bit of food on my plate on my Sunday roast.
yeah.
Keep him up for a little bit, peck him to death, knock him out in the final round." You know.
We've got a plan of action. You know, it's nice to go in there with some sort of plan. You know, it's nice to have a coach. James. It's nice to have someone behind me. Well, I've always had people behind me. Good coaches. I've got Keelan coming from Brighton Hove ABC as well. Yeah, we're ready. We're feeling good. Do you know what I mean? That's all you got to be in it.
All right then, boys. Quick fire questions, and I'm going to let you go. Okay, just a bit of fun before we finish up. Okay, quick fire questions. We're just going to go round. We go to Seb first. Seb, who's the hardest sparring partner in your camp?
Oh, for James.
Good answer. Good answer. Mikey, world title or Saudi money?
Ooh. Saudi.
Yes.
The
line.
I don't think that one will fly over there, will it? Though, do you know what I mean?
You're better off going for the world title, mate. Kick off for James. Crawford or Canelo?
Crawford.
More money or more life, Seb?
More life.
Mikey, all out war or chess match?
Easy money for him.
All out war.
Kick off for James. Footwork or head movement?
Footwork.
Ooh. Seb, overhand right or uppercut?
Overhand right.
Ah, nice. I like that. Nice one for you, Mikey. Chris Eubank Jr. or Conor Ben?
Oh,
He's got ties.
yeah. Eubanks
You've
all
got to go
day.
for the Brighton man.
Eubanks all day.
Next time you're down there, he's gonna.
But he might take what he really
it's
thinks
always been Eubanks, but Ben's like, you know what I mean, like he's grown on me recently, you know, like, but it's always been Eubanks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
AJ, if you could choose what happens on Saturday night in Chichester for Seb, would you go for a 30-second first round KO, or would you go for a punch perfect boxing masterclass?
Easy.
30-second KO.
Oh, I surprised
But he's a
I've got to get home, that's why.
Let's make it quick.
That's really good.
I
Got
like
to get back in it. Yeah, he ain't got time for it.
What? Gunman, were you down there on Saturday?
No, I'm not. I'm not on Saturday because Chichester's a long thing, isn't it? And I'm like, I've got a really busy. I've got a really busy June as well.
Oh, no, fancy it, mate. That's fine. That's not.
Literally, I've got such a busy June. I've got literally a show every weekend in June. Yeah. So I'm actually just trying to take a break and recharge. But I'll be there in spirit. Or I might change my mind.
On the bloody night.
I might be there. He's looking at me like, why are you not there?
You got to get a part. You got to get a pass. You've been a busy boy, ain't you, Gunman?
Yeah, I've been busy, mate. I've been a busy brother. Man, I'm really busy. Listen, guys, thank you so much for your time. It's a pleasure to have you three warriors on this live. This is the baddest Insta live that I've had in a long time. We've got 4 serial killers on one Insta live. Have a great fight week, boys. Bruck them up. I want to see Bruckingdon Palace on Saturday. Okay, so make sure you do the business, and hopefully I might be there.
Oh,
We'll see you there.
We'll see you there.
All right, boys, take it easy.
Cheers, lads.
See you later.